if I drop out here, I'm sorry. I always get stuck at this light and end up dropping my signal. So let me let this drop real quick, see if I got it. Okay, I think I got it. Can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
This one traffic light, I'm in this turn lane, and it always, like, there's just these spots, like, every 5 feet that I get no signal. I completely die out, and then if I can inch forward, I'm fine, so I left some room just in case. But, yeah, I mean, even if we got something put together, we could just go out to Folsom Lake one day. We could meet there. It's close for both of us, and just go out there super early in the morning, go for 2 little dives, man, and then we'd be back at home doing whatever with the family by 10, 11 o'clock. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It doesn't really take a whole lot of time, and you'd be surprised all the things people leave out there: golf balls and dive masks and snorkels and, you know, fishing tackle, all kinds of stuff.
It sounds kind of murky, though, you know? I mean, I'm not scared of that. I'm just like, I don't know. You got me interested in diving because, you know, you got to have somebody to go with, or, you know, I used to not. But anyway, I think the first step is should look at my stuff, and I mean, I'm sure my regulator is still good, and my BC is good, and I got the weight. That doesn't, unless the nylon rotted, that's fine. And yeah, so we'll figure it out.
Yeah, if it's been a while, it might not be a bad idea just to get your regs tested and serviced, and that's usually only, what, $50 or $60 or something. And this time of year, they probably don't have, you know, too long of a wait to get them serviced and cleaned out and everything. But everything else, I mean, we can check and make sure it works and rig what we need to rig and get going. I think it'd be a blast. But yeah, I won't go by myself. I'm not, I mean, I've got some experience, but I just, that's the one rule that I'm just always going to adhere to. It's not worth it. When you're by yourself, you've got one backup. When you have another person, you've got 3 backups, you know, especially if something really bad happens and you need somebody to help you to survive. If you're down below and you got nobody to help you, you're screwed. So I won't do it myself, but I don't know.
Never dive alone.
Never.
We did it for years. I mean, you know, it's like you're going to lobster hunt together, you got to split up and forage, and your exit is always up. But anyway, I get it. Like, if you're newer at it, yeah, don't dive alone.
You guys ever been ab diving with belts?
No, but I grew up going to, it's escaping me. What's the little town that's right north of San Francisco on the Marin side? Stinson Beach, yeah. We had
Going live.
I am. It's warming up. It's actually both. Life. Should have told you to buy some beer.
All right, Whiskey 6 CRP checking in a few minutes late. Anybody out there?
Cam 6 FAK.
All right, took me a minute to scramble through the house and get on the air. Sorry about that. So gird your loins. It is Wednesday night, time for the 2-meter crew anti-net. This is W6CRP, be tonight's coordinator. And as always, I want to reach out and thank the owners and supporters of the W6VVR repeater and the Vaca Valley Radio Club for the use of this repeater. If at any time during this anti-net there's emergency or priority traffic, just call out break or emergency traffic, and we'll break and make sure that we clear the frequency. Any emergency or priority traffic at this time? And as always, 2-meter crew, we're just a loose association of hams out here having fun, learning a little bit. Not a real club that you have to join. If you want to hear more about us, you can go to the number 2metercrew.com or visit our Facebook site at the number 2MC. and kind of see what we're up to. But this net's wide open. Everyone's welcome and join in. The anti-net is every Wednesday at 6:30 on this W6VBR repeater, which is 145.470 minus offset of 600 kilohertz and a PL tone of 127.3 hertz. I'll start taking some check-ins and see what you guys have been up to. When I'm doing that too, I'm thinking about pushing the net back another half hour and starting at 7 o'clock. I think it'd be easier on a few of us getting home and getting situated before the net starts. And like tonight, I was scrambling here to get up and going on time. So go ahead, I'll take check-ins now.
KN6 BAL, I'll be in and out.
All right, how you doing tonight, Nick? And you got anything to update us on? And what's your 2 cents on us starting the net at 7?
I think 7 would be great. Anything later than 6:30 is about when I'm rolling in my house, and that's why I'll be in and out. I'll be listening on Crossband, getting dinner ready for the kids. So yeah, I think that's a great idea. Nothing too much to add. Had an awesome little breakfast get-together on Sunday for those of you that made it. That was a lot of fun, and hope we can put something like that together. It seemed like we had a pretty good location there, and had a pretty good turnout. It was nice to meet everybody face to face, and I hope that we can include more and more people as time go on. So with that, I will pass back over to you. Thanks for hosting it, Carlos. KN6DAL.
Yeah, certainly. And yeah, the breakfast was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. Getting to meet folks and sit down and catch up, put a face to the call sign. A lot of fun. So hopefully we do a few more of those. Who's next?
Carlos, this is Kilo Golf 6 Alpha Echo Bravo. Marcus, former call sign Kilo November 6 Charlie Whiskey India.
Did you just now get it upgraded then? Because you were just CWI a few days ago.
Sir, just got the vanity approved.
All right, KG6 AEB. Good to hear it. And anything new with you? And what do you think about rolling the net back to 7?
Nothing new. 7 works. Usually home by then. Yeah, like I said, nothing new. Just another rainy day in paradise.
Oh yeah, we've been having a few of those. All right, who else is checking in?
W6 NIK.
W6 NIK?
I am checking in, seeing how things are with you guys, and I'll be standing by.
All right, sir. Thank you for checking in. Who's next?
Kilo 6, Charlie Whiskey Sierra.
K6 CWS. How you doing this evening?
It's in the mobile parking lot. You're on 80.
Doing the slow roll, right, Cliff? And what do you think about rolling the net back to 7? That work for you?
Good work. Still stuck in traffic, roughly about that time. Back to you. K6 CWS.
Exactly. No difference to you, just a little further down the road, right? All right, who else is checking in?
KM6 FAK.
And Josh, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, was there a double? Jason this way, no worries though. Doing good. Actually about to throw on the stakes, so I'll be listening, but we are live streaming there on the Facebook, and I shared a link in the group me. Back to you, Carlos, doing a great job. KM6 FAK.
All right, Jason. Not like putting a little pressure on, right? And your 2 cents, I think I heard earlier tonight, moving the time back to 7 o'clock would fit you better?
Yeah, later would be better, as I'm juggling dinner currently.
All right. And Whiskey 6 RP for identification. Who else is checking in?
Mike 6, Kilo X-Ray, looking at your picture on Jason's YouTube stream.
All right, that was a heck of a double there, but I think that was Robbie in the background that I picked up. Who else was back there?
KM6WNU.
All right, KM6WNU, how you doing tonight?
Doing good. It's been raining all day up here in Clear Lake. Pretty cold and rainy.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Steve, does the 7 o'clock work good for you for a start time moving on from here forward?
7 p.m. works for me, and then 7:30 jump over to the Bozo Net at 7:30 on Wednesdays.
That sounds good. And KM6JKX. Robbie, you still out there?
I'm here, but I gotta jump out at, well, a little after 7:32, but, yeah, your picture looks so nice on the, Jason streaming thing. I'm wondering if you could, make it have like a little puppet mouth moving.
I'll see if he can, shoot some live video and make that happen. Alright, who else is checking in?
6LEE.
Hey, and how are you doing tonight?
Hey Carlos, Joshua, just checking in, finally, and and the time for me is no different. It's all the same to me. Moving it back is maybe a little bit easier for me as well, but nope, everything's good.
All right, and good to hear from you, man. You take it easy. We've been thinking about you a bit. Who else is checking in?
Heck, I'll throw my call out there. Kilowatt Golf 6, November, Lima, Whiskey to do it properly. Frank, eastbound 12, Shellville.
All right, Frank, welcome aboard. And what have you been up to? Anything new to share?
Nothing really. Oh, I'm a usual rag chewer of VVR, so those that listen. Just heading up to Sacramento and then turning and burning back to Cloverdale in this dreary, not so wet now, evening.
All right, well, you drive careful. Anybody else checking in?
Yeah, I'll check in. WG5EEK, Mike here in Vacaville.
Hey, good evening, Mike. How are you doing?
Doing great. Just enjoying the really nasty weather outside. Not really enjoying it. And not really much going on as far as radio stuff, except for trying to recruit people to actually get a ham radio license to go with the radio that they have for some reason. Ran into that today at work. But yeah, trying to get him to come out to a club meeting and try to hook him up with some information on how to get licensed. And he seemed very interested, so hopefully we'll see him next month at the Vaca Valley Radio Club on Thursday.
Yeah, good deal. And good working with them. It's not too hard to at least get your tech. So yeah, very cool. And moving the net back to 7 o'clock, how does that impact you?
Yeah, for me, honestly, later the better. Got a very young child who likes to take up most of my time. And yeah, 7 o'clock will work great.
All right, perfect. Who else is checking in?
V1 FRD, Fred here. I'm on my break at work. How you doing, Carlos?
Doing good, Fred. Man, how are you doing? And it's kind of cool that you can step out for a minute and jump on a ham radio for a minute, clear your head, huh?
Yes, I put in the group me about repeaters and single sideband, and I mentioned blowing off the dust on cavities. I don't know if you guys are familiar with how a repeater works. Cavities is a duplexer, and there's these large cans that have knobs on them. You have to tune them to reject all the frequencies above and below the talk-in frequency.
Yeah, no, I'm not familiar with that. But good deal. And does helping, if we slide the net back to 7, does that help or hurt you?
Well, on Wednesdays I work till 8:30, so it doesn't affect me in a good way or a bad way. I can just take my break then, but yeah, for me to participate without taking a break would be 8:30.
All right, thanks, Fred. Anybody else checking in?
Kilo Mike 6, Mike Romeo Uniform, Chris here in Benicia.
KM6 MRU. Chris, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good tonight. A little chilly and rainy, like everybody's talking about. I am in the house, actually, in my alternate shack. My usual shack is in the garage, and it's just a little chilly out there. So, nice to be in here, warm, and good to hear everybody on. Back to you there, Carlos.
Yep, I am out in the garage shack. Trying to find a second here. That's what happens when I get a late start and I don't get time to start the stogie. So nothing to smoke on here. I'll give you guys a chance to talk in a minute, maybe get one out and get it lit up. But yeah, listen to the rain outside, and it is a little chilly. Who else is checking in?
KM6 TAX.
KM6 TAX. Very nice of you to check in, kind sir. What was your name again? How you doing, Ted?
Hey, Carlos. Yeah, just live streaming and on the internet here, and my son's right next to me. He's on the other radio. And, yeah, just checking in. I'll be back for the Simplex and that later. KM6TAX. 7 o'clock works fine with me. I could only check in momentarily, though, because of these children.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good. And, yeah, we can do some Simplex after. The slip-up temporary pull this antenna's on is still standing, evidently, so it's up at full stretch. We'll see what happens with it tonight. Who else is checking in? Derek, you out there?
W6RJM.
W6RJM, how are you doing?
Doing good, Carlos, and happy to report I'm done at the salt mine for the year today, so I'm off till early January. So get to work on some projects and play some radios. Just sitting here on 40 meters doing a little FT8 this evening, and waiting for the wife to get done with a project, and we're gonna have some dinner.
Oh, that sounds good, and especially the schedule. Heck yeah, I'm done for the year, boys. Very cool. Enjoy. And anybody else checking in? Alrighty, we'll see if we have any updates. I was hoping Mr. Derek would slide over for Facebook and YouTube updates. He's put up a couple of nice edited shots there. So, Rodney, you didn't make it over by any chance, did you? WA6PKJ. No, he's still having antenna problems. But again, nothing new on the site that I've seen. Not a lot of action over there on the number 2 metercrew.com. And you guys remember there's a bit of reference material there if you're ever looking for antenna or radio info, or run across something that's kind of neat, posted up over there. It's a nice reference site that's always there, easy to get to. And or if you have an outing or a summit or something you're going to be working from, definitely post it over that way. And then Facebook has been pretty busy. I'm looking at it now and seeing Jason's Anti-Net is now live. So pretty cool. And like I said, Derek's done some cool editing on some simplex he did, some Mount Diablo work, using his new 27 element beam. I don't know, it's a big one. But pretty cool videos to watch. You ought to give them a chance and look at them if you haven't. So anybody else doing any DXing reports or anything else 2 meter or HF long distance or planned setup? You got anything to share with the group?
I'll take a check-in. K6FNX, Ben in Rio Linda.
6FNX, Ben, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing just fine and dandy here, just cooking a little dinner here, and remembered that it was check-in time, so... Nope, I still haven't put that 432 beam up, still sitting in the other bedroom there. All I gotta do is get up on the roof and put it up. I've just been kind of lazy lately, but I'm on vacation next week, so I see a project coming down if it's not raining. Anyways, I'm gonna let you get back to the net there. You just asked a question there, and I cut in there. So everybody have a good evening there, 73, and catch you next time. K6FNX.
Yeah, no problem at all. That's why we're the Anti-Net. We don't follow any hard rules. Thanks for checking in. Anybody else got any DXing or long distance plans or anything else they want to share?
N6VLF, just checking in.
I think that was Kevin I heard. Was that KN6VLF?
Yeah, N6VLF. I don't know if I'm getting on a repeater. I'm in a kind of a goofy spot.
No, you sound fine. How are you this evening?
Doing good. Just working on the old, my 30-plus-year-old Alinco, and it seems to have come back to life. Everybody sounds really good tonight, and nothing new, really. We're just hanging out. So, happy Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and all that stuff, Carlos. So, go ahead and pick it up and let somebody else talk. N6VLF.
All right, thank you, sir, and Merry Christmas to you, too. So, although not a long distance or anything, but one project I've been messing with is trying to get a decent antenna up at the cabin so that I can clearly hit the repeaters back down this way. So I've got a Diamond X300 sitting next to me in the bag, and we're going to take off that way Friday. So I'll be up there this weekend, probably through Monday, and throwing that thing up in the air and seeing if I can get back and hit the repeaters. So I'll be checking in here and on the 3-3 repeaters, see what we can do.
Again, where is your cabin, Carlos?
It's up in Arnold, which is Highway 4, all the way up in the foothills above Angels Camp.
I know it very well. We have a cabin a couple of ridges to the south over in Twainhart.
Yep, I know where you're at, over there by Pinecrest Way. That's a very nice area also. So yeah, kind of about that same height. And I pop around on a few of the repeaters up that way, but wanted to be able to hit the home repeaters when I'm up there too. So we'll see if this works. I think it will. I used a mag mount up on this jury rig painter's pole I had extended up pretty high, and I was getting in this repeater. I don't know if I was scratchy or how good I sounded, but I was getting here. Couldn't hit the 3-3. I could hear them, so hopefully this X300 with a little DBI will help me out and I'll be able to do it clear.
Suggestion, KG6NW Mobile.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just talking from a little bit of experience here with it. I don't think, you get in tobacco with the X300. I don't think you'll be... Diablo's a different beast altogether. There's a reason why it's called Diablo. At least the Spanish translation. I would suggest getting a Diamond, if I remember right, it's an AS210, Adam Sam 210. It's a 10-element Yagi. It'll fit on most, spider masks, etc. No problem. I would put that up instead. That's just my 2 cents. The X300 is good for, the X-Series is good for, certain distance and after that it just doesn't have the speed needed to get.
Alright, I wrote that down, the AS210. I'll give that a look. And, thanks for the advice, sir. I'll try this other one. I've already got it sitting here, and like I said, I was close to getting in last time. So I'll give it a whirl, and thank you for that. Any other reports or anything like that at 2MC planned events? Like Robbie, I think it was, talking about before, we did do a breakfast over in Vallejo at the Black Bear Diner. And there was quite a few folks that showed up from 2 Meter Crew and hanging around here. It was pretty cool. Met some good folks, good discussion, a good breakfast. So hopefully we do that again once in a while and folks can drop in. A few of the folks want to do some simplex after this, so yeah, check in on the 3-3 and see where they're at. Alright, anybody else for a late check-in? Okay, we'll slide over to tech support questions and see what folks are running into or what help you need, what stuff you need help with this week. So, who has tech questions? And I'm waiting for somebody to get in here and talk for a minute so I can light this cigar, so somebody chime in here.
The best engine, huh?
Robbie, you're fired. That's the same one every week. Anybody have a tech question?
What's the best radio?
I need a mute button on that station. Somebody had a question. What were they bringing it up on? It was another antenna-related question. Who was out there with that?
Throw something out there then. I don't know if anybody will have the answer, but did you, and light your cigar, Carlos, were you picking up what Fred was talking about? So that repeater that he was talking about and the whole flash mob thing was, it is, he was saying, and I don't know, that, they need to be exercised, and that was his, I think, grandpa's repeater, and it's quiet, and I programmed it, I could hit it, and so anyway, I'm just, apparently he was talking about, I've seen him at the swap meets and stuff, those big old cylinders, and I guess they need to be exercised with some RF power to keep them working, so I thought that was interesting. I would like to know more about that.
Yeah, I was looking for that station because that was the other day when we were talking about the Martinez 440 station, and then he was talking about the other older station they used to help maintain. And man, I'm looking through my notes here. I thought I had that written down somewhere. You remember what that was?
So the Martinez one was 444.450. Normal positive offset of 500 and a tone of 107.2. I could hit that, and Ted and I could talk on that.
was talking about. I programmed it. It's in here, but I gotta look at my notes. I have not been keeping good notes lately.
Yeah, but it's always interesting, at least I like it, see what repeaters I can hit, who's in them, who's not. Never know when you may need alternates for communication. Same thing with simplex.
Exactly, and if, like, remember when 533 went down, and, or when 33 went down, that was like a, and I was joking when we were first talking about flash mob, but yeah, apparently it might be good, especially if no one's using it. I mean, I'm not talking about going and taking over a repeater, but if there could be a bunch of people exercising it and that helps it stay working, that's important.
Yeah, no doubt. Anybody else out there? Comments or tech questions or topics they want to cover? And I'm not hearing anything. Jason, are you still with us?
I am. I just had to turn up the knobs, and I just pulled the stakes off. What's happening? KM6 FAK.
I am frequency KG6 Mobile Mobile.
Second station there. Can you come back again? Let me get that call sign.
I'm out of the hole now, Carlos. Kilowatt Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey Bubble.
All right, yeah, that's a little bit better there.
But, hey, Carlos, I do have to run. I'm going to go carve up those steaks. I'll be back in a little. Maybe you guys are out here. Maybe you're simplexing. We shall see. Take care. KM6 FAK. But we're still live. Live on YouTube.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, one of the things Jason had kicked around, sounded like a few folks got together and did a single sideband. And so he was talking about discussing how that went and understanding the single sideband and why you guys were getting out a little further. Was anybody here part of that?
Ted was. Come on, Ted, speak up.
I'm trying to keep electronics away from my 11-month-old. Yeah, it was a good test. Yeah, me and Rob talked easily on 2-meter sideband, no issue, full quieting pretty much, and please don't bite my knee. Ow. So yeah, it was really cool, and we did 2-meter FM and ow, and yeah, it was a pretty good test.
Oh, nice. So who's that? You and Rob and Jason?
And Fred, and there's another couple people, but yeah, couldn't really hear Fred in there, but I think we're going to try it again tonight, and maybe try 70 centimeters, even though I'm not sure if that's going to be any better.
W6RJM was in there as well. I talked to Ted.
Hey.
Yeah, good deal. So there's quite a few folks there that have capability for single sideband then,
Question?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, question.
Yeah, thanks. This is KM6MRU here. I'm really curious on what type of radio you folks are using for single sideband. I don't think I have one. In fact, I'm sure I don't. That can do that, and just curious if they're new or if maybe they're older models or what. Maybe I've asked that before, but I'm just curious. Thanks.
ahead, go.
Yeah, and I'm on an old, it's like from the early 2000s, ICOM 746 Pro, shack in a box, and it does 100 watts on VHF and no UHF, but on 100 watts on VHF, and it can do sideband, and there's some other radios. They can tell you what they are, but we were all pretty much vertical, which, really on sideband you're supposed to be horizontal, but it was working good enough. It's a narrower band, so more power is going, into that frequency, discrete frequency instead of being wide, and so it worked.
And I was on a 7100, and so was Justin. Justin was in San Ramon. I was in Concord. And, we could all hear each other.
Bob, W6RJM. I have an ICOM 910 sideband rig for 2 meters UHF and 1200.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much for the information. I'm going to look into that. I currently do not have it. KM6MRU.
Yeah, Chris, most of the radios I see that do that are, the ones they're talking about are, the shack in the box. They're going to do HF, 2 meter, 440, and they'll have the single sideband capability. I don't know if there's any just straight up 2 meter or 2 meter 440 that does single sideband out there. Does anybody know, are there any radios like that, or you got to go and go ahead and get the rigs that have HF in them also?
Old school one.
910 does not have HF. It's just VHF, UHF.
Okay. And is that a older radio? That's nothing in production right now, right?
It's the generation. Yeah, it's one generation old. It was just recently stopped production and was replaced by the. Oh God, I don't remember the nomenclature. It's the sister of the ICOM 7300. So it's a standalone base rig. Has basically separate outputs on the back for 2 meters UHF and 1200. The 1200 is an option. You can buy the module that goes in, but it's it's a 100-watt radio. It's about the same size. It's basically the same size and box as a ICOM 7300, but not quite as fancy as the new counterpart for the 7300, whose nomenclature escapes me right at the moment.
The 9700 or something? Yeah, just, It'd be cool to have all that on the desk. I got a quick comment too.
Yeah, and that'd be a good one to pick up if you were just trying to get a 2 meter 440, as it doesn't sound like it's that old, and doing single sideband. So it'd be a good option. And go ahead, Robbie, with the comment.
For everybody out there, the SantaNet is still going, and I don't see why we couldn't get on it too and ask for the radios that we want. Just saying. KM6 fly kicks.
Yeah, what was that? 3.918 or 916 was it?
Was it 13195 or something? Anyway, the thing that Jason had on his website was cool. So I showed it to a bunch of people at work, especially young parents, and they were like, "That is so cool." I'm, trying to grow the hobby.
What it's worth, Mrs. Claus is on DMR Worldwide, Talk Group 91 at times right now.
Ah, that'd be cool too. All right, we got any other tech questions or topics folks want to cover here tonight before we kick off and go do some simplex or single sideband?
Carlos, I have to apologize. My radio came unplugged and I missed your answer about the antennas, and then I plugged everything back in and you guys were talking about single sideband.
All right, well, come again. again with your question about antennas. Might have been scratchy. I don't know that I caught that.
It was earlier as I coming down a bridge. I was giving you 2 cents on the X300 and your cabin up there, Angels Camp.
Oh, Roger. Yeah, I wrote that down, the AS210. And so I'll definitely look at that. But I do have the X300 here already, so I'm going to go ahead and try that. You know, I had fairly good luck with just that, what do I have, a Diamond 770 mag mount. And I pulled it off the truck and threw it up high on a painter's pole. And like I said, I was able to hit this repeater, talk to a couple of folks. And I could listen to the 3.3, but I couldn't break squelch. I was down in the noise, couldn't really get in. So this X300 has, I think it's 6.5 dB on 2 meter. So hopefully it'll kick me over the edge and work for me. But I'll definitely check that AS210 out.
Okay, I will say this. I just want to make sure you heard that because I was down in the hole out in Napa area on my way out to Vacaville. Don't hold me to it that it's the AS210. If anything, look for Diamond 10-element Yagi on HRO, and it should pop up. You know, I'm mobiling, otherwise I would have looked it up and verified it for you.
Okay, and no worries. I've got the Diamond book here. They sent it when they delivered this antenna, so I'll just pull it out and page through it. Sounds good. Thank you.
There's also a UHF model, and it covers a lot. Anyway, so there you have it. KG6NLW Mobile, Travis and eastbound 80.
Frank, thank you.
Good evening, Carlos. KM6 GWO, check in.
KM6 GWO, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay. Just trying to stay out of that all wet weather outside, so can't complain. I'm just enjoying my day off, and I'll be ready to get back to it tomorrow.
All right, that sounds good. Yeah, I'm on it's a donut. It's a full-size donut, but it's on the rear of my pickup. I had a nice flat the other day, and the tires I want are on order, so I'm running around in the rain on that little skinny fake tire in the back. But I was just taking it easy. But yeah, making you slow down a little bit, I guess, out on all the wet roads. Anybody else got a topic or anything they want to share? All right. Ted the Taxman, you still around there? You want to kick off some single sideband or set up for simplex?
I just walked in. Perfect timing. Sure. Were we doing 2 meter or 70 centimeter?
I'll take whatever you folks feel like doing out there. We can, this will be home base repeater. We can kick off to 146.52. And you guys can figure out if you want to move from there and go single sideband or whatever else.
All right. You said QSY to K6POU?
No, you can, I think you can still use this repeater for home band. I'll close the net out if you guys are going to take off to single sideband and simplex and work from there. Or I don't know if you're going to the calling channel at 146.52 or where you guys are going, but I'll let you take it. You announce it, call the frequency and what you're doing, and see who wants to go there. But we can keep this repeater as the check-in if folks are circling back to see where everybody went.
Okay, yeah, let's do 144.200 upper sideband. If anyone wants to, I'm vertically polarized. 144.2.
All right, you guys, if there's nothing else for the net, I'll wrap it up. So any last-minute check-ins or anything else for the net?
Carlos, W6RJM.
All right, yeah, thank you guys. Good net. Nice talking to you all. I'll officially close the unofficial anti-net and cut it loose to simplex, sideband, and chaos. Everybody enjoy.
144.2 QSY.